What's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today's episode, we are actually going to be working on the new hatch, the gray hatch. So some plans changed after filming last video, for the better, at least for this car. And I'm actually really excited to share this with you guys. The original plan was to take the dual cam KA out of the red car and put it into the gray car. Have a nice little cruiser, a little bit boring. Derek has me convinced to throw the SR into the gray hatch. I absolutely have no need for that single cam that's inside of it. I'm actually going to do a compression test on it today before I start getting it unbolted and ready to get out of the car, so that way I can sell it. And I already have a buyer that's kind of ready. We'll see. They want to know what the compression numbers are, and I'm a little interested to see myself. We did verify that the timing is correct on the timing chain at top dead center. We also did verify that the distributor seems to be 180 out, and that's on the oil pump side. So on the single cam KAs, the distributor connects to a rod that goes inside of the fuel pump. So pretend this is your front cover, it connects like that. And if you have the oil pump side flipped 180 out, there's nothing you can do once it's already in the engine with the distributor to adjust it, if that makes any sense. So essentially you'd have to take the front cover, the oil pan, everything off, so that way you could see what's going on to realign the timing. And that's just not something I want to do, especially just for a single cam when I have an SR waiting right here to go in. As far as the red car, I'm going to keep that on the low as to what engine we're going to be putting in that car. I don't have one readily available, so it will stay dual cam until I get a new engine for it. And some people might be mad, some might be a little disappointed, some may really enjoy what's in store for the red car. But however, I'm super excited regardless. With that being said, right now I'm just gonna do the compression test on the car. I'm gonna wait for Derek to get here, so I'm gonna be filming the reveal video when he gets here as well, because he's driving his new car over. It should be a fun day, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Stick around. So just for clarification on what I mean with the timing, if you look in there closely, if I can focus the camera inside of there, you can see there's like a little half moon inside of there, and that's the rod that's hanging out, or that's pointed up through the front timing cover from the oil pump. And then you look here at the distributor, it's got a little half moon inside of there. So if that half moon from the oil pump side is spun 180 out, then I can't time this distributor properly, if that makes any sense. So it only goes in one way, and I'm 99% sure it's the wrong way. And that's the only thing probably holding up this engine from starting. So Derek, my dad, and we actually put a small little camera inside of each spark plug and looked at the pistons themselves. We didn't see anything out of the ordinary, not like a bunch of scarring on the piston walls or anything abnormal with the pistons or the rings. So honestly, I do think this is a good engine, and I don't feel bad about selling it. Otherwise, I'd probably just give it away or huck it in the backyard or something. But I do have reason to believe that this engine is a good engine, and as long as it's timed properly, it will run. Also, what I've done is I took the valve cover off and checked everything out on the inside. It does look good. I also drained the oil and ran a magnet through the oil, and I didn't find anything like any big metal shards, nothing like that. This engine probably is healthy and probably will run as long as it's timed properly. If you've done timing on a single cam KA, you'll know it's not just a walk in the park. I mean, it really isn't that complicated, but it's just a lot of work, and it's easier to do while the engine's outside of the car to make sure that you get that timing from the oil pump side correct, which is usually what people will do. And I just don't want to rip this engine out, put it back in just to have a single cam. Anyway, I figured I'd just update you guys on that part. This battery doesn't actually fit the battery tray from my Toyota. I don't have a battery for it, so I'm just gonna hook it up to jumpers and hope for the best here. I got the compression tester hooked up on cylinder number 1. A little nervous. I've never tried cranking this motor over, but let's see how she does. I'm gonna hook up the cables to the battery now and then give it a whirl. I'm hoping that it has enough power to turn it over. And I'm hoping that the ignition works too. I've never tried that. I can hear the fuel pump, so that's good. I don't think I have enough power because that thing didn't turn over much at all. All right, we stole the battery out of Derek's car. It's a verified good battery. And so yeah, I'm gonna try cranking it again. Is everything out of the way of the fan and shit? Yeah. We got the wiring harness all buttoned up, and engine mounts are unhooked. The only thing I really have left is just unbolting the drive line and pretty much yoinking it out. We got this homeless guy here again. He just keeps showing up. He works for free though, so I can't really tell him to leave. Yeah, she outside. We're gonna rip this hood off really quick and then just get after it. Came out pretty smooth, everything went good except for the fact that I dumped gear oil all over my dad's driveway. Sorry, Dad. And I got my minion over here disconnecting the, to the lower harness, I should say. We're keeping the transmission, so we're gonna take that. Luckily, it's only bolted up with one bolt, so that'll be fairly easy to take off, and then this motor is ready to go to its new home. As you guys saw, we got the engine out. Behind the scenes, we took the transmission off. I'm actually gonna be using that transmission to bolt up to the SR, since that transmission feels really, really good for some reason. It's honestly quite a relief to have this engine gone. It was really nice to have it sold within hours of it being pulled, because I didn't really have a spot to store it or anything. Otherwise, I would have got more money for it, whatever. I'm not looking to get top dollar for 240 parts. I'm not that guy. I usually hook people up with pretty good deals. I guess that engine's gonna be going into an S12. That'll be a drift car, and I guess they're gonna try and boost it. So good luck to you guys, that'll be really cool. I'd be excited to see videos of that. As far as the SR, I only need to buy some parts. So I wanna get a different intercooler kit for it. So that way I don't have to, I want to get like a smaller intercooler, because it really doesn't need a big intercooler. It's not pushing a lot of boost, only like 7 to 9 pounds. So I want to get a small intercooler. That way I don't have to cut up my fresh pig nose bumper and all that. And then I want to get a small battery, because I don't want to do a battery relocation in this car. It didn't run cables under the carpet and stuff. It's all just so nice. I just don't want to take it apart any more than we already have. I want to get a small battery for it, get a nice little intercooler kit to where I don't have to cut up this bumper a whole bunch. And then after that, I just need to get some thrust washers, some bearings. We're gonna do piston rings probably. We might dabble into some powder coating, but we're gonna wash this engine up real nice in a parts washer, make it look all pretty, and put new head gasket, Cometic head gasket, ARP head studs, all that good stuff. And new timing chain and re-gasket the whole thing. It should be awesome, should be great. So it will be stock boost, stock turbo, stock tune, because, I mean, we're on a budget here. We're trying to build two 240s at once, so. And stock power with an SR really is plenty. I mean, if you've ever drifted with one or driven one, it's plenty of power. And I don't want to be putting too much power into this car, because then I'll just start doing dumb things. So we're not very far off on getting that engine taken apart and dialed in before it goes into this car. I have the wiring harness, ECU, everything that it needs, so it should be a very fun, somewhat easy process, and I'm very excited for it. And then the red car will get a different engine eventually, but that'll be put on the back burner, since the red car does have an engine that runs and drives inside of it already, because I've only done one drift event on that KA, so I'll get a few more events in with that KA, and then we'll swap in the new engine. The engine's actually sitting over there under a tarp, as you can see. I'm gonna still keep that a little bit of a secret as to what it is until we start tearing into it. I appreciate you guys for watching and sticking along. I hope you guys are enjoying this process as much as I am. Derek and I are gonna have a lot of fun with this car, because I mean, he's really serious about making it super nice, super clean. So that's really cool, and he's offering a lot of help, which is awesome because I couldn't do it without him. So thank you, Derek, and thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you in the next one.